All right. This is the third time. This is gonna. I swear, if you do this one, okay, it's fine. It's fine. Don't be mean. It's gonna be fine. I have to get. I don't know, because it's been fine. Like all week, I've been really good to it. And it's been, okay. Hi.
I'm gonna check my uplifting primer for a benediction to the Omnissiah. Hold on.
I mean, I haven't busted out my copy in a while, but it's right there, actually. Um, yeah. All right. Welcome back, everyone. The shenanigans. Is there actually one? That is a question. Do they actually have benedictions to the Omnissiah?
They have a handful. Most of them are for weapons, though.
Yeah.
Not entirely ethical.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They probably have the how to apply the sacred oil to the weapon and make the weapons machine spirit like you. Okay. We are all back, and you are through customs, and we are. And you manage to make it, and you find yourself. Yes, so they tell you that they had the one with the ears and a lot of weapons, this one real asshole with a lot of weapons, and one who was half machine, and they claim to be involved with a rogue trader.
Yes, but did you see which direction they went?
They went to the place by the docks, the big one with what's it called? Malekith. The Malekith Cafe.
Well, thank you. I think we'll head in that direction.
Good call.
And so, of course, we'll head in that direction.
All right. So you find yourselves at the same cafe that Finnick and the others were at before, and the yeah, you find yourself at a basic cafe. Not Blue Mystic, but a pretty decent cafe. And they have good food. And you... Oh. Okay. Interesting. Right, because they would have known that you were... Okay. Good to know. Both of you, I need Harmon and the captain to roll awareness checks. If
awareness,
so it should be your perception and plus 10 because if you have it,
I don't have it.
Okay, then roll at your perception.
Oh yeah, no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
My perception is the best I have.
Really?
Wait, didn't it? So I got an 88.
Okay.
My perception is 39.
All right.
That math is bad.
No, it is a lovely cafe.
I got a 40, and my perception is 44.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right. So, you do sit down, and you do notice that you are being kind of noticed. You notice that a lot of people around you, the cabin's kind of focused on food. The other two, no. Yeah. He's not noticing anything. You notice that, actually, this actually fits perfectly well, because she's got awareness and you don't. She's, you notice that the captain is constantly staring at this one table in the corner, and you're like, wait, what? Not the captain, who's with you? Yeah, one of, yeah, one of your soldier guys is kind of staring at this table in the corner, like, intently, and is very nervous about, like, so you're like, and then you kind of track, like, and it clicks in the back of your mind, so you look over. You have, someone who is kind of sitting, watching you, very conspicuous is the wrong word, but someone who kind of doesn't quite fit the vibe, who's just sitting and with their legs up on the table, just kind of watching you. But
Good.
yeah, kind of a weird. Definitely, as you kind of noticed, like, yeah, that's probably someone you should keep your eye on, but you don't know who or what. It's just,
Okay, I'll
But yeah.
just take note of it for now and
yeah. But yeah, you
just
guys,
make sure I stay aware of them.
yeah, but you guys settle in to have some food. You have a game plan other than get a meal in you.
Ask around, see if we can find out where our people went.
Okay. You asked the waiter, and he said they got that kind of leans in. They got picked up.
Oh,
Yeah.
by an escort or
Yeah.
soldiers or
No, not anything. Soldier. No, not like arrested. Like scooped.
scooped, of course.
Yeah. Definitely something they arranged.
Oh, they arranged it. Let me ask you, do you know anything about donuts?
They're delicious. We don't have them here, but there's a place a couple blocks up that makes pretty decent donuts.
Interesting. Well,
The other guy asked that too, actually.
the other guy, of course. And his name was.
I don't know. Came in here with a real Omnisaya guy with half his. I'm guessing that's the guy you're looking for. The one who came in with the tech priest and the little floating skull.
Of course, yes, indeed.
Yeah. He was the one who asked about donuts too.
And I'm assuming you gave the same information about the donut shop, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this is good to know. I appreciate the information. Your food, not bad.
We do our best.
Indeed.
All right. So
So the captain's going to look at Harmon. Thoughts on the direction we should go now?
Didn't you mention wanting to talk to different people and just
I suppose we could kind of scope out the area. The one in the corner. Did I notice the one in the corner?
No.
Or just
No.
Just
no, it was just me. Yeah,
Yes.
that's where I was getting at.
But
I'm gonna try and discreetly nod towards that guy over there.
okay.
Kind of whisper to him. I think we should go and speak to him.
Oh, that's your option. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit more
Sure.
forward.
You know what? That's an option. Okay.
Oh, all right. I think that's a fine idea.
Yeah, fine idea.
The captain, Harmon. Well,
Yeah.
I suppose we should just go over.
Yeah.
All right. And she stands up, pushes the chair in, tells the other three to just kind of hang back at the table
Sure.
while Harmon and I walk over there.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna roll for Jezebel's perception. I realized that she was there too, but you didn't see anything. Okay.
One question real quick. Is
Yeah.
fellowship kind of like charisma?
Yes, fellowship would be your talking to
Perfect.
people.
I have a 52 in fellowship.
Yes,
So.
you have the highest. Might. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we did lose one of our players. That is a, also, though, keep an eye out, it might ask you now to let in, oh, no, I actually put that was my fault. Okay, never mind. I thought you'd done something with my thingy, but you didn't. Never mind. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay.
And
Back to
audio's
back.
working. Good.
Yes. The things went sideways on my end, and I had to restart, and then it decided that Celax was in charge, and now has the power to let people in and out of the Zoom call. So that's cool.
All right.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, I realized that I had Eldon. I still have the name from the last time I had a Zoom meeting. Okay. Okay. So, you ended, oh yeah, you guys, what are you, what's your plan? You know that the captain, Janthine, said Blue Mystic was important,
Yep.
or Jezebel said that, something like that, you're actually within a kilometer of, or psi rating kilometer, what, like?
I believe our plan was to, while we're waiting for them to get here, to go back and check over the place where he disappeared.
Yes.
Hopefully we can find some traces.
And actually, the way the math works out, time-wise...
this would have already happened.
Yes. So what... okay. Yeah, you want to go and look over briefly, and then they're going to talk to... Okay. Mathing. Do you have any plan on what you're doing exactly? You're just going to go into the donut shop and see? I mean,
well,
at this point, Heat's calmed down a little bit. So,
right. First, we aren't entirely sure if he even got there or not.
True.
So if nothing else, we could pop into that shop and check and see if they've seen anyone matching his description.
Yes.
And that would sort of narrow down.
True. He also was wearing armor, which is unusual. Not completely unusual. You see a couple people with some badly concealed flak, usually, or like highly stylized flak armor, but nothing particularly fancy. But yeah,
And his is carapace. Yeah.
yes, his is carapace.
Yeah.
Then he had a bolt gun on his hip, like the song. Okay, just not important right now. But yeah. So you do find just as you come in, the lady at the counter, she is maybe 20 and very clearly overworked, and she takes one look at you and says, "It wasn't my fault. He didn't even get in here."
Excuse me?
It's not my fault. I swear. It was right outside the door. It happened outside. I saw it through the window, but it wasn't my fault.
Okay. So here's my thought process. I don't want to necessarily spend too much time worrying about, is she lying? Is she trying to lead us in the wrong direction?
Okay.
Does she have accurate information or not?
Sure.
I would like to just go straight for a mind probe.
Okay.
And see for myself.
Yeah. She doesn't have great willpower. She roughly have about...
And that would be fettered, which would be undetectable, so she doesn't even know that I'm doing it.
Right, and she rolled over twice her willpower, so any resistance is, as long as you roll decently on your focus power test.
Not great, but it's like a half a degree of success.
Yeah,
so.
she failed, so yeah, you're in. She is, She's 19 years old. She's a university student. I can give you the rundown. But surface thoughts. In terms of surface thoughts, she is. She saw through the glass, the glass front window, Johann, and she immediately pegged him as, a little bit of trouble because armor. That's a little, he's armor. He's armed. This is definitely going to be a trouble. She kind of braced herself. Saw him go down. Saw him get a little bit of get hit by something, and then get hit by something again. Kind of collapsed down, and she saw someone grab him and walk away. And then when she saw you, she immediately is like, "Oh, other heavily armored people with, unusual." She kind of correlated you two because you guys, because you. I'm guessing you have the whole. Is it just you, or are you with Janthine, or who's going investigating?
I guess I assumed it was just the whole gang, but if you got Jensine would rather stick back and wait, or that's up to.
Yeah, you also have two, Anna and your flamer guy.
I'm
Nolan.
definitely taking flamer guy.
Okay, yeah. So she sees Nolan with the Prometheum pack and an actual flamer, which is peacebound, but still. Although at this point he's taken the peace binding off. Immediately sees it and is like, oh, and associates it with Johann, who was also heavily armed, and is just like, oh no, and seeing someone heavily armed being taken out, and then she kind of is assuming that you guys are together, and that you're going to be mad at her for not solving that. And is kind of nervous because of Flamer and you, and she's kind of pegging you as a mutant, but then she's kind of sees the Flamer and is like, okay, you're probably someone, and is just like trying to piece together, because she sees the Aquila and is like, okay, so she's trying to piece together if you're sanctioned and what your deal is. You have the hood as well. It's like, okay, sanctioned. She's never actually seen a sanctioned psyker before, but she knows there's a picture. They show them pictures in school. She's seen a picture in school of what a sanctioned psyker should look like, and sees you and is just like trying to piece together what this is, panicking a little bit. Like, are you going to be mad? Are you going to? She's afraid you're going to do something to her brain. Which
I get you. So I'm just going to be a little bit unsettling and be like, oh, okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, so, and then I'll just start rattling off way more details than she has actually been forthcoming with. Like, oh yeah, guy, this height, such and such features, took him that way, going da-da-da.
And she is just like, yes, that happened.
Okay. Yep, we need to find him, so on a bit of a time crunch, but, Could I get just a case of donuts to go real quick?
Yeah, sure. So she just plain powdered sugar ones. Do you want filling? Do you want frosted?
Important stuff.
That one's already packaged. That's perfect. I'll take that.
Oh, yeah. So they have the variety pack. Yeah, sure. And she asks you the coin, and you hand over the coin, and you have a box of donuts now. And very terrified bakery clerk who just does not know what happened. Okay. Meanwhile, several hours in the future, you actually no, that tracks, because then you would have. All right. You guys approach a and you can kind of see. Put their workbooks down. Looks up and just is surprised to see you guys. The captain is just the captain going over to talk to this mysterious individual in the corner. Sorry.
Well, that's a great question.
Do you want to do it? I
know the captain is, and I made sure to keep the
others at the table. Is Harmon going with?
Yeah, Harmon's the question.
Yeah. Oh, and she noticed that Just about as the hood. Okay. All right. Are you going?
So Harmon, are you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with you. I'm gonna pair up
Yeah.
with
You
you.
guys have the two of the highest fellowships
I'm not
in the
gonna
party.
just send you on your own.
Yeah. So you head over and see what the equipment vibe is. So yeah, you head over
All right.
and kind of is surprised, kind of takes the foot down, sits up, squares shoulders, like, huh, like very much not expecting you to come over. And this is, but just, kind of gives a nod. Can I help you?
I apologize. Just wanted to introduce myself. So are you sitting over here? My name, of course, is Captain Jerry in the Helmshaw. Who am I speaking with?
Jay. My friends call me Jay. Pleasure to meet you.
It might very well be. I suppose it'll be an instant before we find out. Tell me, Jay, is this a regular spot that you hang out in?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, fairly.
Then maybe you could be helpful. Do you think you're helpful?
I can be, depending on the incentive.
Well,
I mean,
there may be incentives. We'll see how you answer some questions for me. We're looking for some people.
oh, that kind of helpful, huh? Shame. I'd have liked the other kind. Kind of gives a little bit of a wiggle of the eyebrow.
Now then, we're looking for some people. And maybe you've seen them?
I mean, I got here about 2 hours ago.
So you're not a regular.
Well, I was here yesterday and a couple weeks ago, you know. But today I've been here in 2 hours. Depends on when these people were here. I'm not here 24/7.
Of course. What do you do?
Extra muscle. You need something moved?
So you're a lifter.
Yeah.
This is good to know. We're looking for, and the captain will describe the missing compatriots.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen anyone that looks like that?
No, but it sounds very very unusual. I think I would have remembered seeing someone like that. I need both of you to roll wait.
I rolled a 10. Doesn't even matter.
That's fair.
Tell me what it.
Okay. Yeah, no, if you rolled a 10, I will allow for that. That's probably a perception 8. Would be probably even half, but she's lying, essentially. Oh, you have charm. You have, like, the actual people skill. But yeah, she's lying.
Since you noticed, Harbin, I'll let you take the lead here.
Not just lying, but, or that is to say, kind of carefully picking through truth to, like, he definitely knows exactly who you're talking about and is very nervous about who, telling you that she knows what you're talking about. So, definitely knows exactly who you're talking about.
So you said she's very nervous. So lying about being comfortable with the job, or lying about wanting to do the job for us in general?
More lying about knowing who those people are. Like, you bring up Captain starts rattling off. Oh, we have a tech priest, and Johann, who's got the armor and carries a weapon, and mentions Sergeant Verbank, and Finnick with the astropathic hood, and she's just like, you kind of realize immediately that as she's saying, oh, those people sound unusual, she's seen them. She knows something about this. She has known that they're in town. She knows that, she is well aware that they're in town, and is probably connected in some way to, maybe not directly, but she's been made aware that they're going to be in town, and is nervous about answering questions about the fact that they're in town. So, has been pre-prepped to, yes, these guys are in town, so is involved with something, most likely, or at the very least has been warned about them, and is not very forthcoming about talking to that, about that to you. So
Okay. You said charm is a skill, right? I'm able to just use
you
charm
can
her.
talk. Yeah, charm like persuade. Like a persuasion or deception for D&D. Like talk to her. Whatever your approach is, just talk her up essentially. Ask her to clarify. Try to get her to say something. What's your plan on that? Kind of
Make a Riz check.
Yeah. Kinda. Yeah. But just it's a basic talk someone into doing something check. So it depends on what you want to talk her into doing, but be charming.
Charming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck with that. She said she thinks we're unusual. Right? Is that what you said?
Yeah. She did say that she did say that whoever you're describing sounds unusual, because it is pretty unusual. I mean, there's probably less than 5 astropaths in the city, and 2 of them are your people. So and tech priests are not exactly a dime a dozen either. So as soon as she said they sound unusual, is what she said.
Okay, but she already said she would want to do the job for us, right?
No, she didn't say anything. She said she's muscle for hire.
Yeah.
And she never specified. She's muscle for hire. They and then the captain asked about if she'd seen these guys, and she immediately shut down, like, don't talk about this. But you can tell that she definitely knows something about these guys. She's seen your people, or she's heard about them, or something, and she is deliberately trying to obfuscate that. You haven't offered her a specific job other than tell us some things. But you could, essentially, offer her.
Man, I don't know much of anything involving Rogue Trader right now.
Yeah. Essentially, she's just... but yeah, you could offer her to, hire a temp out. You could threaten her. You could essentially...
Yeah, I'm gonna ask her how much she normally charges for her work.
She kind of blinks. 100 thrown a day, usually. Depends on what you need doing. If it's dangerous, more. You're looking to hire.
I think I don't think that's a good question for me. I don't even know necessarily what the currency is and everything.
The currency is usual throne gelt. I would say you probably have maybe 200 each. It's in like hard cash currency.
Right.
So yeah, it's enough for small things, but in terms of hiring someone for a day, but yeah,
I'll let her know. It's not a difficult job. We just need some information on some certain people.
Oh no! I don't rat people out for cash. Nope, not happening.
It's not ratting anyone out.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it as assisting some people as they attempt to make the world a better place.
All right. She's going to consider this. Roll a charm test. So that would be your fellowship and plus 10.
Is that Harmon? Or
Harmon, yeah, he's the one making the offer.
You've got this, Harmon. I got faith in you.
I 100% do not have this.
Either that or we're all dead.
You just gotta believe.
I rolled a 70.
All right, what's your fellowship? Oh, your fellowship is 50, and then plus 10 is
52. Yeah.
You didn't
62.
believe.
Yeah, I got a 52 fellowship.
Yeah, that's be 62 because you have the skill. That's
Reaper, I don't think you properly warmed up your dice this morning. Your
I don't think
your
so
dice
either.
are just terrible all day.
I know. I gotta like talk to him. or
well,
something.
you made the second piloting check to avoid an actual bad crash, so there's that.
Yeah. Well, actually, one thing I didn't realize is I can re-roll a maneuver check.
That's
piloting.
for pilot. Oh, right. Yes,
Yeah,
you do have that.
I didn't
one
know that
reroll.
earlier, but
Yeah.
I mean, we already played through so far.
True.
I was like,
Yeah.
we'll just drop it.
I will
It's
say
alright.
you have fate points that let's see. Fate, you have 4 fate points. That's 4 rerolls over the course of you can use them for rerolls if you want. Over the course.
We can do other things too, but
Yes,
that's the most
that's the main
notable
thing.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have a system where in chat
Yeah,
where
I'm
people
sorry.
could-
Y'all are gonna have to bear with me for a while on lore
Yeah,
and
learning
stuff.
the-
I just gotta learn it.
Yeah.
Learn it
Hey,
all.
it's
And
Lee,
Yeah.
is my character with them?
Janthine?
Yes.
No, you guys are separated.
Okay.
So you
Still.
can't
All right.
tech a system or whatever.
Yeah.
No.
I have ideas, but I'll keep them to myself.
Yes, you guys are trying to figure out. You just figured out where Johan, sort of, what happened to Johan. He got poison darted essentially right in front of the bakery, and you had Finnick, witness that. But yes, fate points are essentially they give you either rerolls. They can be used to buff your. If you get into battle and you get very badly hurt, you can use them. Or is that just Space Marines can use them to gain health?
It's in the book.
Yeah, okay. I will look. But, yeah. Essentially, yeah. You can use them for a reroll if you want, or you can run with the failure.
And
gotcha.
and how many? What determines how many faith points you have, and do they regenerate?
It's a roll at character creation. They regenerate per session, and they regenerate per session, and they get rolled at character creation based on what was it? Homeworld, basically how lucky your homeworld vibes are, and yeah, and then you get a few others for various things. But yeah,
Okay, so I essentially get like 4 fate points per
Yes.
session. So
yep,
Okay.
yeah, you end up with 4, and I believe. Let me see if I have Jantine's character sheet has 3.
I was just looking for that. Thank you very much.
Yes, it's right under wounds. It's at the top where you have all the skills. Yes, Jantine's got 3.
I see it under like lifting. Where do you see? Where is wounds? First or second
It's-
page?
The characters. Oh, it's Oh, right. I don't have the sheet the same set up the same way because I have.
Okay, then
Yeah.
never mind. I found it on my sheet. Then.
Okay. Yeah. I put it right under in the first part with the basic characteristics and wounds because that's the way I've never actually set up on an actual character sheet. I usually set them up as because I'm weird like that. But yeah. But yes, so you can reroll it if you want. Do you want to use one of the fate points to reroll?
Yeah, I'm gonna use some of my fate points and reroll
Okay.
the charm.
Now, granted, you only get one per roll, so if this one's bad, you have to keep the result. But
I got a 60. That would be like
barely
right there
succeeding.
at it, right?
Yes, barely succeeding. She kind of hesitates. There's less than a degree of success, so she kind of leans. She's like, I can tell you that they came here, and they've been holed up. Haven't seen them since they got here. They haven't been back here since, but they definitely came to the city this morning.
Okay.
This is helpful.
Do you have a general area of which they could be in the city?
They left with who did they leave with? Driver. One of Ian's guys. One of McAlpha's guys.
Okay, are we supposed to...
McAlpha, you would probably know, at least the captain would, is an arms dealer. And a merchant of sorts, on the right side of legality, but at least more or less on the right side of legal, who deals in weapons and things. That's who they were going to see, actually. They were going to see, that's who Finnick was going to go see to get armor from. So one of their contacts, one of McAlpha guys, picked them up.
All right. Do we need anything else?
I don't know.
I'm not sure we'll need anything else currently, but are you going to be around for a bit? So do you plan on leaving?
And you kind of she kind of looks, probably gonna head out within the next hour or so.
Oh, Jay, what do you have to do in the next hour or so? Have you been hired by someone already?
You could say that. Guy wants a little bit of work done.
Oh, a little bit of work. And how much is the guy paying you? You said 100?
Paid me up 1,000 for the week.
Oh, 1,000? My. You seem to be well in demand then, huh?
Just thanks. I'm good at what I do.
Now, where can I meet this guy? Maybe I'd like to get hired for a week.
Roll a charm test.
So since I don't have charm, I'm assuming I'm just rolling
basic fellowship, but it would be half because you're trying to do something very specific and you do not have the skill set for this.
Well, I rolled an 89.
Yeah. She is immediately shuts down. Uh-huh.
Do I perceive any weapons or anything else on her?
Yeah, she has a pistol on her hip. It is piece-bound, so it does have a cord around it. Although, roll a perception check. Awareness, if roll against your perception.
We can take that.
No. Perception. That's a 45, and I've got a 39, so that's not good either.
No, she has. Yeah, she definitely has a gun on her hip.
So if I shoot her, do I get to roll ballistic? Because I upped that with my XP, and I just like to use something that I upped.
Yeah, you can shoot her, and now she is carrying a gun, so you're probably gonna. It's gonna be interesting legally.
No, I'm not gonna. I upped because I finally used my XP to up some of my things.
And you up ballistics.
Ballistics.
Well, if you get, I will say that there's not a non-zero possibility you're going to get into a shootout. So,
all right.
When you get into a shootout, that's going to be...
Are his weapons peacebound,
though? Yes, they would have...
when they came through customs?
Yes.
Yeah.
They would have, customs at the docks did. You can cut them open. However, walking around with unpeacebound weapons is frowned on legally and can get you in trouble.
Well, you know what else is frowned upon is my people are missing.
That's true too. But
all right, my friend Jay. I appreciate all the help you've given us.
Mm-hmm.
And the captain's going to walk back to her table.
All right.
I'll follow suit.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, and I want to sick at the astropath on her.
Yes.
We're not going to do that right now.
I mean, Jezebel does have some tricks up her sleeve.
She's got 5 perception though. You might have to guide her to the target.
This is a table.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be very explicit in what you want her to do, but she does have some tricks when she gets the gist of which person you're when she gets her target settled. She can have some.
So you're saying I have to shoot a flare over the person's head just so that she knows?
It might be helpful. But yes. Also, you're within 1 kilometer of. Wait a second. She's within a few kilometers of.
Yeah. So can she pick up stuff?
Yeah, she can. Yeah, she kind of looks at you. Captain, you're back.
Indeed, I am. Unfortunately, not much was learned, but it is what it is, I suppose.
Uh-huh. Do you want me to do something? I can contact Finnick if you want and ask where they are.
Why don't we do that? Let's see how that goes.
Okay. Briefly, we have to figure out where they are at this point. So, you guys, you know what happened. You saw what happened to Johan through the eyes of this young barista who is really not qualified for this. She's just trying to get some extra money for school, and she does not need this nonsense. But you saw through kidnapping through her eyes. What are you going to do about it? You know the captain's coming.
Is it just 2 of us, or Gentine coming with us?
Yeah, that's true. Gentine, did you go with? Because you have you and Nolan, and did you go with the? Did Gentine go with the with Finnick and to question the barista and figure out where Johan might have gone, or did you stay back with Sergeant Verbank and your very helpful driver? Did we lose our Gentine? Did we lose Rob?
No, I'm here.
Okay, did you go with Finnick?
I'm gonna say yes, even though I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean that's up to you. You
fine.
could have.
I'm gonna say yes.
Then you did.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So
All right.
you now know that Johan was shot with some sort of drug and dragged away right outside, just meters away from getting his donuts. And
meters away.
So close.
So close. Yeah. So yeah, you yeah. So now what? That's the question.
All right. So, Nolan, here, hold these. We're gonna need those later. Don't eat them all.
Can I have one?
You can have one.
Okay, thanks. I haven't.
You
had a
said
chance
them
to-
all, so just eat all but one.
I take one and I
I
shove
think
it.
he'd be upset with you if you did that, though. So I know where he was grabbed, and I know the direction they were heading. It's not a whole lot to go on, but we could start heading that direction.
Yeah.
Have you been in touch with our other crewmates about this?
Not recently. It still could be some time before they
Yes.
manage to make it to the city.
Yes. If you check in with Janthine, she will tell you they're getting on a boat. It looks kind of cool.
What?
Yeah, we're getting on a boat.
I'm talking to Gentine right now.
No, Jezebel. Jezebel.
Okay.
If you ask Jezebel, she'll tell you they're getting on a boat.
So, me and Finnick what we're doing now took place.
Yes,
previously?
because I realized that it takes several hours for you to get across the boat, and you wouldn't
I
have
see.
waited several hours.
Okay.
So, timing, because of how travel works.
Okay.
Actually, it's probably just as well, given that failed flight that you actually took the time to go through this proper channels, because if you did not, it would have been uglier than it was.
Yeah, I mean that should have been like one of the first things that we do when we find out that Johan's missing.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you realize after 45 minutes, as they're coming down, that he hasn't come back yet, and then you talk to Jezebel and he's been kidnapped. We're coming down, and you are like, well, that would have been helpful to know. All right. So yes, you have directionality. Where are you going?
Yeah. I am asking Gentine, do we want to head directly that direction? We could perhaps pick up the trail as we go, or do we want to lie low and wait for the captain?
No, let's go to the last place that he was seen.
Which was right where
That was right here.
Right. Okay, we are at that location.
Yes.
Got it.
We're at the location.
Okay.
But he was seen being drugged and dragged that way.
Okay. I assume. Okay, so you have witnesses
Yes.
that saw this. Who saw this?
Me.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just getting details filled in. You saw this? What did you do? Did you try to help?
I am a psyker.
Here come the excuses.
The
All right.
I visually saw the memory through her eyes, the barista's,
Oh, got it.
of this shop. She saw it. I saw it directly from her
Okay,
memory.
so we don't actually need to ask the barista any more questions because you've got
Yes.
all that info.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she didn't even notice too because you were subtle about it.
Yeah, that's not a whole lot to go on. Are you able to use any kind of psychic awareness to be aware of his presence? Like if he's within a certain range or something?
If he's within a kilometer distance of your psyker, you can pop into his head, I believe. You can mind but only if he's within a number of kilometers psi rating.
Right. Okay. Can you try that to see if he is within range?
Okay. And what's your psi rating? This is the question.
My psi rating's 3.
Okay.
So it would be 3 kilometer range.
Yes. Let me just check one. Okay, so it's 3 kilometers. 3 times 0.6 is 618. So 1.8. So like 2, just under 2 miles. Okay. Grew up with the Yankee Doodle.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to mentally
Unit
convert.
conversion.
Yes, mental conversion to try and. Yeah, I would say you could send a direct message into his brain. He is within 3 kilometers.
Is there any two-way interaction with that? Can Finnick
Yes.
receive?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
In fact, technically, Number of willpower bonus of 5.
Yeah.
There's 4 of us here, plus him is 5. I could link the 5 of us to one network.
You could. So you're gonna do that?
I would like to try that.
Sure. You do have to roll for your focus power test on that.
Yep. That is, I need to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not to.
Okay, let me just check.
Is that a 1 or a 7? It's a 1. We're good.
Okay.
I thought I rolled a 77. I rolled a 71, and the threshold I needed to beat was 75.
Oh, so close.
Okay. So you
Nice.
are good, and that's not doubles, so that's good as well.
Well, it wouldn't have mattered if it was doubles. This is fettered.
True. Oh, you're rolling fettered. Okay. All right.
Interesting thing at my current level,
Mm-hmm.
because my base psi rating is 3,
Mm-hmm.
and when you do fettered, it's halved,
Yeah.
but it rounds up to 2. But I
Sure.
also have mastery for this discipline, which gives me a +1 at fettered, so it ends up just being 3 anyway.
There you go. Yeah, fair. But, yeah, because you're really good at telepathy. So yeah, you get, you have everyone linked in. And you have, you find this weird, you're basically getting, kind of fragments of Johan's dreams.
Okay, so he's still out of it.
Yes, but you are getting weird, like, dream fragments involving donuts with boobs and explosions and...
Whoa,
like,
whoa! The donuts have boobs? What kind of donuts are these?
I don't know. Johan Dream Donuts. Yeah,
You know
Johan-
what? That does sound exactly like what Johan would dream.
Yeah,
Donuts with boobs.
yeah.
I had to double check this just to see, based on my telepathic connection. Yeah, Psyker and targets can send and receive blurry black and white images in addition to sound. So
Yeah.
blurry black and white boobed donuts
Yeah. And you
With sound.
Yeah.
with
With
sound.
Yeah, the
sound.
sounds are more like explosions and like yes, you're getting weird like secondary Johan dreams essentially. So he's you get this and you're like, "Oh, this is like a subconscious thing. He's not conscious."
And I instantly regret me asking you to do this.
Yeah. Well, you can tone it out
You're
pretty
welcome.
quickly.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's more like a visceral reaction to being linked on is you get like a flash of his dreams and then it kind of goes back down and you're like, okay. But
Now you
Alright.
can also hear me in your mind.
So, Finnick, important question. Can you perceive any direction with this ability?
That is an excellent question, DM.
the answer is almost certainly no.
Okay.
Shoot. Okay.
I assumed.
Well,
Um,
Well, I guess this is helpful if and when he wakes up, but until that happens, I don't know how we can use this.
I will double check on this other ability. I have to scroll quite a bit to get the actual verbiage. Cynitions.
yeah, Cynitions. That only usually
Is only for psychers, yeah.
Yes. So if there are
Okay.
any other psychers in the area, you will know about them, which is very handy dandy. Can you maintain them both? Is it maintaining power?
Cynitions is an instant.
So it wouldn't require maintain. Okay, so you wouldn't have
Yeah.
to deal with two of them.
Yep. In fact, actually, it's not even... Ooh, that's based on perception, so it's not even a willpower test.
Yeah.
That makes it harder. Darn.
Yeah, this is, yeah. Last time you tried this, you, well, actually, you were standing next to, the navigator. Alright. So you want to run a Cynitions and see if there are any psychers in the general vicinity?
Yeah, just out of curiosity, because if there is, that could be a red flag.
True. What's the distance on that one? Is it the same 3 kilometers, or is it...
It is I believe it's based on
Degrees of success.
the degrees. Yeah, if you have is it going to tell a range?
Oh right, it's a loop. Hang on, that was the thing, right?
Oh yeah, this was something that we put in the other chat.
Right, that was because it
because they
infinite.
didn't put it in the book. That's
right. That
irritating.
was the one. Yep. Because
I might be able to pull it up though.
okay.
Did he pin it?
Probably not. But that's hang on. Let me see. Significance.
Mic test. Okay.
Yes,
Can
we
hear
can
me.
hear.
Okay, here it is. I pinned it.
Yeah.
On a success, you extend your senses to a number of meters equal to your perception bonus plus D10. Each degree of success is another D10 plus perception bonus to the roll.
Okay. There you go. So,
but it's singular meters
all
instead
right.
of
Roll the perception check.
We'll see what we get.
Yeah, because you might, there is someone in the area.
That is
Sure.
my first hundo. Yay!
Oh. Yeah. You have.
That's how we do it around here.
Migraine.
Yeah. You have no idea. It's you're linked up to someone who's unconscious, and also the others, and
very distracting.
Yes, and you actually hear over your thing. No one's like, we could just burn the place down. I bet if they took them from here and burned it down, they'd notice. Just a small fire, like not even like real arson.
Oh,
Just thought. I mean, like we start a small fire, they panic and they notice, and you can see start preventing. Nope, no fire. We're not setting things on fire. Civilian infrastructure on fire. This is no civilian.
He might be
infrastructure on
onto
fire.
something. Plus, you already broke the peace bond anyway, right?
Yeah. Oh shoot, that's probably illegal, isn't it? But she doesn't like being peacebound. She's fussy about it. Nolan, I swear. And you can see that it's hard to make us verbally trying to not. You can tell she's trying to be peaceful about this. Like, this is what we do. Okay, but yeah, you have you don't see any there's no psychers around, and the talk about fire is just like it throws you off, and you wouldn't be able to tell if there were any. You're pretty sure, but you're pretty sure there aren't. So but you're also pretty sure you wouldn't know if there were, because you like something clicks in your brain, like we're setting things on fire, and then you lose the thread of it, and you're like, all
right,
I knew, dang it. Yeah, you lose the thread of the psychic warp, and you're like, well, maybe there were psychers.
Okay, so he is still out cold, and we just last know the direction he was headed.
Yeah.
It's not a lot to go on. What do you think?
We've got very little. The only thing I can think of is walking in that direction, and for people that we encounter, see if we can ask them questions. How long ago did this happen, by the way? How long ago was he abducted?
You guys, roughly just under an hour.
Oh, so okay, there's still going to be people around that could have witnessed. Let's walk in that direction, and anyone we see, we're going to stop and ask.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fun idea. Sure. Go for it.
All right. So who do we encounter?
So you're walking down the street, and you see a young mother with a baby carriage, and she's kind of trying to get the baby to go to sleep. Shh.
Am I going to unnerve her with my appearance?
Almost certainly.
Fennec, if you wanna go up and talk to her, I'll hang back. But I obviously I can hear.
You're worried your appearance would unnerve her. So your
Sending-
new strategy is to send the psyker mutant to go talk to her instead.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
You've also
Makes
do
sense.
have a pyromaniac and Sergeant Fairbank, who is fairly average looking, if more heavily armed than usual.
oh yeah, okay. Let's send. What was their name?
Sergeant Fairbank. She's
Furbank.
yes, Sergeant Fairbank. She's
Furbank. Okay, make sure I heard that correctly.
yes. I even made stats for her in case of, because
Tell you what, let's communicate with her
okay.
through the network
All right.
and listen in, and we'll help guide her in questioning this mother.
Okay. Yeah.
The rest of us are gonna hang back to not weird her out.
Yeah. Okay. So she goes up. And you hear her. No third. Excuse me, ma'am. Quick question. Were you here roughly 45 minutes ago? She kind of like,
And what does she say?
she kind of, and you can hear her saying, no, we just left the house 20 minutes ago. He's being fussy. Is something wrong? I didn't, you know, is something
yeah,
wrong?
just let her know that we're looking for a friend that may have been involved in an altercation here, just like 30, 40 minutes ago.
Yeah, a friend of ours has been gotten involved in some trouble, and he was last seen in this area about 45 minutes ago. So if you happen to have been here, no, but she kind of gestures to a little farther down the block. There's a newsstand, selling, you know. They might have seen. I wasn't here.
Oh, you know what? That's a great idea. Tell her thank you very much, and we will go check there.
Yeah, thank you. Lovely young son. Kind of gives the baby a smile and kind of just heads off. All right, that was. Did you really think? Just shakes her head. Okay. Yes, a permanent structure would be better option. There's also, I will say, she's the first person you encounter. There's also a couple of youth, late teens, and there's the newsstand, and there's a few people heading out. A shop that sells watches, and then that's right next door to the bakery. There's a shop that sells watches. That's in that direction that he went. And then there's a gap, a shop, closed down shop front with a bit of a gap, and that's been graffitied on actually. And then a liquor store, and then across the street there's the newsstand, and there are a cheap takeout joint, and then another empty business.
You could probably stop right there because I'm not going to remember all that. However, the teens. Did you say teens or just one teen?
Two. They're kind of hanging out.
Okay, so they look like they're just loitering there.
Yeah, they're loitering.
Tell you what, let's. I want to walk up and talk to them, and
okay.
I'm going to pull out. I assume I have some cash on me. I'm going to pull out like a throne and hold it.
Sure.
And say, hey, have you two seen? And I describe Johann, but I describe him incorrectly. I don't know what he really looks like, but let's say he's tall. I say a short guy. Let's say he's skinny. I'm going to say he's like heavy set that was being dragged. I'm going to describe him incorrectly to them, and I say, hey, this is yours if you give me good information. And I describe him incorrectly. Have you seen that person being dragged or anything here in the past hour?
And you can. All right.
I'm testing to see if they're going to be honest.
Yeah. They kind of look at each other. I mean, he didn't really look like that, did he? I mean, not
Oh, so
like...
you did see somebody being dragged, right?
Well, they kind of look at each other. Look at the cash. Look at you. Yeah, but he didn't look like that.
What did he look like?
Um,
And when I ask that, I'm wondering if they're going to describe him correctly.
yeah. Look at each other. He was kind of like a taller than average, thick set too. Had some kind of like armor or some shit. He was headed to the bakery. I mean, I have to look at the picture. Johan.
Oh no, it's fine.
I mean,
You
as
know
they
what?
describe him, they're like, yeah, that's a way you would describe Johan if you'd seen him briefly and were trying to think up a way to.
Okay, good. I hand them the one throne or whatever I have.
Sure.
I don't. Sorry, because of my lack of familiarity with rogue trade, I don't have a good concept of the value of the cash. But I assume that's a lot.
Thronegelt's not too much.
Oh, okay.
But
Would
it be a-
basically the equivalent of a penny?
no,
it be
it's more like equivalent of like a $5, like a $5.
Okay.
So it's
would it be a lot to them?
it would certainly be enough for like a sandwich, and they're young and
Okay.
probably don't have jobs. So you
Okay.
know, like if someone came and handed you $5 bill, you're, you know,
Yeah.
If
Tell you what, I hand it to him. I say, okay, you know what? Thank you. I was testing to see if you're going to be accurate, and I pull out another one. I say, okay, I need you to tell me everything you know about what you saw.
and the other one, you know, one of them takes them kind of, he nods to his friend who takes the other one, and he tells you basically that they were hanging out. They went to get bread wraps from the place across the street, and were hanging out here. They saw the guy coming through. They saw him go down, and they saw a bunch of guys grab him and head to the kind of prop him up between him, and he wasn't sure if they were his people or not because the guy was kind of out of it, but they did say he went across the street to the other one of the other empty businesses, and
That's where they took him.
yeah, and they had a key. And you notice that he's very, very not specifically not describing what these guys look like.
Yeah, I press him on that. I say, can you describe to me what these guys look like?
Look at the cash. Look at you. Look at they kind of are looking you up and down.
All right.
Thing is,
I'm sensing some hesitation here. What's going on?
well, they are around still.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, even if they aren't around still, they're, you don't... Word gets out that we said what they looked like.
You make a very good point. Of course, I'm keeping... Finnick, are you standing right next to me hearing this?
I mean,
Okay.
I would imagine they wouldn't be even far, even if you came up to them. Finnick is within...
Okay, I asked the teens, are they in earshot of us? Or can we talk? Can we talk without being
If
overheard?
you use the telepathic connection, it's just
No, not. I'm talking to the teens.
Oh,
Are you talking about that?
like the guys...
Are-
I mean, it kind of lowers his voice. Oh, no, kind of lowers his voice. Well, they're not here, but, word gets around.
Hmm.
And they probably even probably already see us talking now. If they're watching.
yeah.
I mean, they might be around, but even if...
Yeah, and now I just waved money in front of them. That was probably not good for the teens.
Yeah.
Well,
Listen. And they kind of look at each other. They're a tricky sort.
Is this a local gang we're talking about here?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a guy. They pick up jobs where they can, and I think they might have picked it up from someone. I don't know what their play was, but they definitely are getting
Okay.
under the table.
All right. I pull out like 5 more thrones and hand them and said, "You guys need to get inside and get safe before this gets bad." But I think I know. I think I know something, but it's because of listening to the other party members, right? Talking to the person to get hired. I think that's the connection. I think that they got paid, but I'm not supposed to know that.
Yes, you know.
But I would put that together later when I do meet up with them.
That's true too.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna let the teens go. Give them money.
They take the cash and then they look you over, say, "Thanks, Cogsis," and walk away.
I don't know what that meant.
Slang terms.
Is that an insult?
Well, Cog, I mean, you are basically a half cyborg.
Oh yeah, okay.
So
Calling you a dumbass and then runs away.
Yeah. No, they call you Cogsis. So, from what you can gather, it's probably some sort of like short for sister, like a slang, but also Cogs. Like,
yeah,
they probably don't mean it as an insult exactly.
Yep. Okay, I got it now.
Mm-hmm.
Finnick, we need to meet up with our other shipmates and discuss this.
Yes. So, is your plan going to be wait until the captain reinforcements get there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say, kids take the money and probably head up. Kind of looking around, they head up down. They head away, and they So you are. I will say that. Do you have any other? Is your plan just to kind of go back to the McAlfer's safe house and just wait it out, or
wait for the captain? Yeah, because I don't. We have an idea of who the people are that took him, and once we combine our information with what the captain found out, I think that we can put those together to investigate this more. But at the moment, where Finnick and I are, I think is as far as we can go.
All right. So flashback to the captain and Harmon. What's your place? You have, you know that people are hiring muscle. You know that, you do know where they were slated to go. You know that they were picked up by probably by an employee of the guy they were going to see. Came and picked them up. And you know that people are definitely hiring muscle for whatever reason. What's your plan?
Ideally, I think we'd want to meet up with the rest of the
All right.
Rest of the people.
Okay. And Chancy's like, I could ask. Finnick is around. I could just ask where they are.
Well, that would be a good idea. That would at least give us a direction to go to.
Right. And Finnick, you hear in your brain, the captain wants to know where you are. Because then we can meet up, maybe? Is that... or did you get into trouble? Please tell me you didn't get into trouble.
Slow down, and I'll tell you.
Okay.
We're at a small safe house. It's over at such and such location.
Gotcha.
We stayed here after we got shot at on the travel in toward the contact.
Okay. I'll pass that along. And yeah, she does give you enough information that you eventually do find the safe house, and it is just about 1, and I know several of our players have to leave at 1, so we have got the party together, and we have information.
It only took the entire session, but we got together.
Yes. Well, yeah, but that's okay, because now you have some clues that you can then pool together. And, I mean, we also had some technical difficulties. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do about that. But for now, thank you all for coming. I want to give each of our players, same order as before, a chance to pitch any, thingamabob, social, like, do you guys stream? Do you guys have, I know some of you are on there. I know I'll, I have a stream Discord. I'll plug that, but I don't have. I should have prepped shoutouts for you guys. But what do you guys? What's your vibe? What do you want to tell the people about you?
You guys go ahead. I don't have a stream.
Okay.
So whoever does, go ahead.
I don't have a stream either.
Yeah.
I do, so I guess I'll throw stuff out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
As always, Roll for Perception streams Mondays at 6 p.m., Tuesdays at 7 p.m., and Sundays at 10 a.m. Currently all
Okay.
Pathfinder 2E games,
I'm
which I am DMing all 3, but things are changing. We've got some new games that we're going to be
Ooh.
coming up as one-shots
Fun.
that I'm super excited about. So
does sound fun. Okay. Let me see if I can.
Terry,
Yeah.
Do you stream that through Twitch or some platform?
it is through Twitch.
Yes,
Yep.
I am getting the right now. Going to get.
Yeah. Let me have that info because I'd like to tune in.
Yes.
Yeah,
Roll
definitely.
Perception's
Path-
actually really a good.
Yeah, Pathfinder is a system that I'm interested in learning, but I don't know much about.
Where's the freaking?
It is a good system. I've been running. So my Monday night campaign has been running the longest. We went through the Outlaws of Alkenstar Adventure Path, and now
There we
we're on
go.
a homebrew campaign called Lost Vale of Chalice Storm.
Yes.
Tuesday night is Sky King's Tomb, which is currently
Okay.
based in High Helm, which is one of the dwarven capitals. And then my Sunday game is a Kingmaker game with some homebrew involved.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of fun.
Yeah. The Sunday game especially is very fun.
It's chaos, is what it is.
I am familiar with 5e, but not Pathfinder. What is your gut feeling about
100%
comparing
free
those
with
two?
TurboTax.
So here's the thing.
There we go. Sorry.
5e has the market share, which is the coast has done very well on that. I moved away from it because I did not like that all of the work was put on the GM
Yeah.
to make decisions on everything.
Yeah. There's a lot of areas like that they just don't have room, and you just have to make a lot of calls on what the roles are.
And this is fine for a narrative type game. So I do a lot of narrative games as well, which don't have rules, but those games are narrative games.
And if you want to do crunch, you got to have the map.
You got to have the rules. And so Pathfinder has better rules for the crunch that when I'm playing crunch games.
Yeah, and the 3-action economy actually works.
Oh
really
my
well.
gosh, yes.
It's
Yes.
actually a very good system. I put the roll for perception in the chat.
I did see
and
that. Thank you.
On Reaper and I are actually on Saturday nights on not this Saturday because things have gone but
Terribly wrong.
yeah, but Saturdays in general, if things don't go wrong, we have the biggie one at about 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 6 Central, and earlier if you're farther west than other time zones. But yes, so that's so we're on that stream. And anyone else have anything they want to pitch? Roll for Perception's kind of awesome. You should all go follow them. BP Gaming also pretty cool when we managed to actually play. So next Saturday would be almost certainly. Anyone else have anything cool they want to tell the players? We have 5 people watching. We actually have a higher like.
I'll just give a quick little litany of durability here, and just say, machine spirits, in all your unknowable grace and wisdom, grant our stream durability, that it may serve me as I serve you, with faith, care, and servility.
Yeah,
You should have done that at the
Done that
beginning.
earlier.
Yes.
Maybe we would have been able to go straight through. Oh well.
Yes. That's we should hope for that. Okay. If that's it, thank you so much for all playing.
You
Yes.
guys have a good one.
All right, peace out. I know you have to leave. We are gonna raid not roll perception. We're gonna raid Guild Superior, cause they're cool and they are very good friends and fun people. So, I'm the host now. Finally, I get the Zoom meeting. All right, so I'm gonna set up a raid. Everyone in chat should come. There is a raid emoji. That's the orange one. It says raid. It's very small font. But if you're following the channel, you should be able to get raid emoji. So that's cool. And off we trot.
All right. Thanks, Lee.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna stop the stream now.